Well, for more on the fallout of the Harvey Weinstein affair, we can speak now live to Raphaëlle Rémy-Leleu, the spokeswoman for the association Osez le féminisme, or Dare Feminism in English. Thank you very much for being with us here on France 24. Now, first of all, what do you make of the progress that movements like Metoo have made to date since the Harvey Weinstein scandal first broke?
Oh, huge progress. It's a huge thing to have this movement, which is truly both a social and political feminist movement. And now we feel that women are really hurt now, and they weren't before. The funny thing is that at the 1 year birthday anniversary of the Metoo movement, we are asked to make the review of Metoo movement, while for 2 millennia, nobody ever asked about the review of patriarchy. So maybe we need to speak more and explain once again.
Now, from what you've seen personally, has the Weinstein affair made it any easier for women to come forward and tell their story?
It's not a single story. This is not only the Weinstein affair, it's more about women's voices being heard and listened to. And this is, there is something into the sisterhood. The thing that women now realize that they are not alone, they are not crazy, they are not paranoid. We are many to have been victims of assault, of harassment, and now we can speak and be trusted and be listened to. And this is the key point, the whole idea that women should be trusted.
Now, what do you say to those critics of the Me Too movement who say that the whole hashtag could lead to a social media trial of a suspect of sexual misconduct even before the case reaches an ordinary courtroom?
The answer is quite simple. We need to speak online. We need to speak to each other because justice system has often misled us, has often forgot about us, and has often really have not shown women the respect and the welcome that they should have been given going to the police or going to the justice system. This is really troubling to have this expression of witch hunt against a feminist movement, while we are trying to make women empowered and able to speak for themselves. This is quite the contrary of the witch hunt. We are trying to rehabilitate the witch and the whole idea of women being in power.
Here in France, Emmanuel Macron, long before the Weinstein affair broke, had promised to make fighting sexism one of his own presidential priorities. What do you make of the progress or the work that he's done here in France?
Not enough. That's never enough. And concerning the French government, we had 2 ministers that have been accused of sexual attacks, and they have been allowed to stay in charge. So Emmanuel Macron isn't that a model in this kind of field. We've got new legislation regarding to sexual harassment and catcalling, but we have quite struggling with the funds in order to have real improvements and the consideration that women and NGOs in women's rights field are entitled to by the French government.
Now, we're 1 year on from the whole Harvey Weinstein affair. Where do you hope that women's rights will be in a further 12 months?
Very, very further. Before another year, we've got a big protest in France tomorrow because of the affair of Jacqueline Sauvage, which has been released after killing her husband in self-defense. And so in 1 year, add to know, I hope that we will have more money to have true feminist politics in place. I hope we will have more self-sufficiency in media coverage, in police system and justice system. I just hope that in 1 year from now, we'll have a more feminist society.
Okay, Raphaëlle Rémy-Leleu from the association Osez le féminisme. Thank you very much for being with us here on France 24. Thank you very much.